public concurrent joint meetings of the City Council, City of Commerce, Joint Powers Financing Authority, and the governing body of the successor agency to the Commerce Community Development Commission to order. We have roll call, please.
Councilmember Garcia?
Here.
Councilmember Linus?
Here.
Councilmember Reborder? Vice Mayor Altamirano?
Here.
And Mayor Guimado?
Here. And do we have any public comment?
No public comment for the closed
All right.
session.
Seeing none, we'll move to recess to closed session, and if you don't mind letting us know what we'll be covering during closed session.
Item number 1, conference regarding public employee recruitment, employment, appointment, employee title, city manager. Item number 2, the city council will confer with its labor negotiator with respect to labor negotiations pertaining to compensation and benefits for the unrepresented full-time executive management employees. And item number 3, the city council will confer with its real property negotiators with respect to real estate negotiation with A, Worstel Commerce LLC, and B, Craig Realty Corporation regarding properties on Telegraph Road and Towers Avenue.
Thank you. All right, we'll recess to closed session at this time. Thank you.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
Okay, we're now reconvened from closed session. Legal counsel, could we get a report, please?
Certainly, Mr. Mayor, with all 5 members of the City Council being present, the City Council met in closed session to discuss the following items. City Council discussed item number 1. City staff made a presentation. The City Council provided direction. No final reportable action was taken. With respect to item number 2, City staff made a presentation. The City Council provided direction. No final reportable action was taken. And with respect to With respect to item number 3, item 3B was not discussed. Item 3A was discussed. City staff made a presentation. The City Council provided direction. No final reportable action was taken. And that concludes my report out of closed session. Thank you.
Thank you, legal counsel. And at this time, we're going to call the regular city council meeting to order. Lena, could we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Garcia.
Here.
Councilmember Lainez.
Here.
Councilmember Reboer.
Here.
Vice Mayor Altamirano. And Mayor Argumedo.
Here. And at this time, we're going to have our Pledge of Allegiance by our Deputy Director, Neela. And we'll also have the invocation. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and invocation by our council member, Linus. Thank you.
Please place your right hand over your heart and begin. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. As we gather here today to participate, deliberate, and make decisions for the betterment of our community, let us take a moment to reflect on the values that unite us and guide our actions. Let us be mindful of the responsibilities entrusted to us and the impact of our decisions on the lives of those we serve. May we strive to act with integrity, fairness, and compassion, always keeping the well-being of our city at the forefront of our minds. May our efforts today be guided by wisdom, care, and a commitment to the common good as we work together to create a more inclusive, equitable, and thriving community for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Gina, and thank you, Councilmember Linus. Do you have any public comment?
Comment cards.
Okay. Great. There being no public comment, we'll go ahead and move to the consent calendar. We have items 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the consent. Is there any comments or questions? And if there isn't, then a motion would be in order to move and approve.
I'll move, or are you gonna move?
Mr. Vilco, did you get the visuals on number 4?
Councilmember, yes, we did. Gina Neal is here. We have a little slideshow presentation for your enjoyment. So it'll
Okay,
give you a
thank
little
you.
bit of the before and after glimpse of the basketball courts.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and we're going to do that at this time?
Yes,
Okay, why don't we go through, first of all, let's go through the remaining items. So we'll pull item
I'm
number 4.
sorry, yes, I'll pull number 4.
Yeah, let's pull item number 4.
I'll move 1 through 3. So 1, 2,
Thank
3.
you. We have a
Second.
motion and we have a second. Is there any objections? Seeing none, motion passes, and now we'll move to item number 4. Gina?
Okay, so staff was asked, good evening, Mayor and council members, staff was asked to present some photos. We put together a very short slide presentation on the completed basketball, volleyball courts resurfacing project that we did at 3 parks, which included Bristow, Rosewood, and Veterans Park. So Bristow Park received the most updates because it was in dire need of a lot of different aspects. And as you can see for these pictures on the left, the before, there was severe cracking one of the courts further south had to be completely re-poured. The concrete was broken up and re-poured. Brand new surface, as you can see, it's quite beautiful. The other update was that we had fixed very old backboards before. Now we have a new one that's adjustable in height. So if you've got kids playing, you can lower it to the height that you need or full height for those that are used to the full height. Park accessibility for the courts at Bristow also was an issue. The railings that were there were not ADA compliant. The slope on the ramp was not compliant. So on the right, you can see now railings and slope, which is much longer, are now in compliance, and we restriped the parking stalls there alongside that side. The fence as well, the courts used to be for tennis playing long ago, so we had this very high 20-foot high fence, which is not standard for basketball, so we replaced it with a new fence, 10-foot high standard basketball height. Bandini also needed some repairs, not as badly as Bristow. You can see the gentleman pushing and grinding this entire basketball court surface with that machine, and the beautiful job in the after picture. We have Rosewood, which needed the least amount of work. However, we did touch it up, we did resurface it, and so all three parts are now in excellent condition and should last for many years. And that concludes.
Thank you. Is there
You're
any comments, questions?
No, I just wanted to see a visual. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you for the presentation, and now a motion would be in order on item number 4.
I'd like to motion,
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any objections? And just for the just to clarify the motion there, we're basically council's adoption resolution accepting the basketball and volleyball courts resurfacing at various city parks project as complete, and authorizing staff to file a notice of completion with the county records office. All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. Thank you, everybody. And we have now a public hearing. Rowena, do we need to declare the public hearing open at this time?
Yes, we can open the public hearing, and I didn't receive any cards, but we need to ask the members of the public. And this is just annual thing directing the Department of Agricultural Commission and Director Waits to conduct the cleaning of those properties that have nuisances, including weeds and brush. And all of those properties or owners received the letter, so this is an opportunity to appeal that or contest it, but nobody showed any interest to speak to that.
Okay. Seeing anybody wishing to speak on this item? Seeing none, we'll go ahead and declare the public hearing open. And at this point, what do you need from the council?
Need a motion to approve?
Okay. Well, I guess being that there's nobody willing to speak, we'll close the public hearing, and at this point, a motion would be in order.
So moved.
We have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second. Any objections? Seeing none, motion passes. Thank you. And at this point, we'll move to city council reports. I'll start over to my left, Councilmember Rebollo.
I have nothing to report at this time other than to say congratulations to the Commerce Aces who were in Arizona this past weekend. And I'm happy that Dodger season is back. That's it. Thank you, everyone. Have a great evening, and God bless everyone.
Thank you. Councilmember Garcia.
yes, I attended two special events, two important events. One was the neighborhood watch meeting held at the Veterans Park area on Greenwood and Watcher, and I would like to thank the residents for coming out and voicing their concerns, having questions for our deputies, our sergeant. I'd like to thank them for being out there, our public safety staff. It's important that we get out there to these meetings so they can understand our concerns, and they can get out there and be a little more safe. My second event that I attended was the aquatics banquet. I know as an alumni playing water polo, this is a very tough sport to play. It requires a lot of skills. So we learned never to give up and move forward. On John Wooden's pyramid of success, on the second building blocks, the first one is confidence. He defines confidence as, I don't know why I'm getting, I'm like, he defines confidence as respect without fear. So this is what we do as athletes, keeping all things in proper perspective. I'd like to congratulate all the athletes, the coaches, and the parents for bringing out their kids for practices. And most importantly, Rachel for putting together a great banquet. And thank you for bringing back some memories and stating that we played together and we did a wonderful job just playing water polo, learning all these strategic plan. I'm just getting stuck here. I don't know why. But playing water polo was fun. And I know that I haven't played water polo over several years, and I know I'll probably need an inner tube by now. But that's my comments. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilmember Lyons?
Thank you, Mayor. I also attended the aquatics banquet last Friday, but Councilwoman Garcia, I think, put it pretty well. So I do want to congratulate the program, Swim and Water Polo, on a wonderful year. Also want to congratulate the Aces on their tournament in Arizona last weekend as well. Just a message to the community, remember to vote. Election day is March 5th, and so the Rosewood Park Voting Center is open at the rec rooms by the basketball courts. There's some measures. I think there's a Congress election, Assembly, State Assembly, and the State Senate, and some judges. So get informed, do your research, get out there to vote, and hopefully we can get some good leaders elected. And that's all I have to report. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Lyons. Vice Mayor?
Yeah, I attended the Employee Service Awards and just wanted to say Parks and Rec, each year you guys just go above and beyond on what you create there. We have a couple of retirees, so congratulations, and may God bless you a very healthy and long life. And to all the employees that achieved 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, and things of that nature, congratulations and thank you for your service. I also wanted to extend a happy belated birthday to our mayor's mother. So happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. And thank you for your report. Yeah, I too had the opportunity to, well, first of all, let me thank our Vice Mayor for filling in for me at the awards banquet. My apologies, but I was in El Paso, Texas, celebrating with family my mom's 87th birthday. So we really enjoyed it, had a good time. But again, thank you. I appreciate you filling in. I attended, as previously discussed, the Aquatics Awards banquet. Very nice event. I thought it went really well. I'd like to thank all of the coaches for the great work that they've done, and just overall the, you know, I mean, I can see the respect from each of the participants for each of their coaches. A lot of love, a lot of respect for them, and obviously they've developed some really talented individuals in our city. And it's been something that they've done for many, many years. So I really appreciate the great work that they've all done, and have, you know, our award aquatics program in general is pretty well known. I think they've gotten a lot of accolades, and of course, you know, the big ones is the Brenda Villa Aquatic Center, which we've named after Brenda Villa, who accomplished, you know, one of the best feats here in our city, along with Patty Cardenas, and we've had others. But I think it's just it's a phenomenal program that really does provide a lot of opportunities for many in our community, and we're all very proud of it. So I was happy to be here. Sorry I couldn't stay for the whole thing, but I want to thank them for the great event. Also, I had the opportunity to attend a meeting yesterday, I-5 Cities Joint Powers Authority. Good meeting. Thank you to our city manager who also attended along with me. And one of the big items that we were discussing was, as you all know, there was some improvements that were made to the I-5 freeway. And as part of those improvements, there was a lot of people probably didn't take notice of it, but everybody was taking alternate routes through the different areas or cities that the work was being done. And that impacted many of our streets that were being used by the vehicles, increased traffic, trucks, etc. And basically, all of the cities put a plan together, project where they were asked, what's the condition of each of the streets. And thank goodness, we had a lot of damage in all of the cities. There was a lot of damage that has been reported, and we're hoping to get basically reimbursed for the costs associated with us having to make those repairs. And we're hoping that in the future, there's ongoing meetings with Caltrans, and we're hoping that we'll get a substantial amount for some of these repairs that'll need to be made to each of these streets. And it's something that I believe you'll be meeting with our staff and go over those reports and make sure that we try to put together a good justifications for the amounts of money that we're asking for each of those streets, which I believe in the report, I think it totaled to $13 million, I believe. A little over $13 million. That's a pretty significant amount of money. So I'm hoping that those discussions will be fruitful and we'll get some monies to do some of these repairs. And in some cases, we've already done some of the repairs. Now it's a matter of getting a reimbursement. So looking forward to those ongoing discussions. Thank you, Philco, for being there. We also touched a little bit on the Neighborhood Watch meeting that was held over in Veterans Park. And I do want to thank all of our staff, our public, our sheriff's department, our dual captains that were both at the meeting, along with our new manager of public safety. And I want to thank them all for being there, including the CSOs and all the deputies that were there. But more importantly, it was a cold night, and yet we had a very, very good turnout, a lot of good comments, discussion that was had. And I did make note of several items that I've discussed with our city manager, and I would really appreciate some written follow-up on that. I want to make sure that we're following up and addressing some of those issues, and we've covered that some of those items can be easily addressed. The trimming of some of those trees over there would provide much better lighting if we trim them immediately, the lighting for that area, and other things. There's a project that's or a property that we own over there that we've done nothing with, and in my opinion, if we move forward to try to develop that in that cul-de-sac on Watcher, I really think it would add a big value to that area. It would make it a lot better. There's a lot of little things that can be done to immediately help that area with some of the issues that were brought up. So I just want some follow-up on that, and maybe an update, and I also want to get back to the people in that meeting, because I believe we had a good probably 25 to 30 people that were in attendance, which was an excellent turnout. But we need to properly communicate with them and just keep them up to date as to what's going on. And one more item of just wanted to share with you. I'll put this up on my page, and I'll ask city staff to also share this with the rest of the community, and that's the City of Commerce Community Street Cleanup Day. And we've been working together with members of the business community, city, of course, ourselves, the City of Commerce, Bridge Publications, and I see we have two individuals from Bridge Publications here. Thank you for both being here. And Commerce Business Council, California Department of Transportation, California Highway Patrol, the Evening Lions Club, and Athens Services. They're all collaborating with us, and what we'll be doing is we're going to be closing the on-ramp to the 710 freeway with their help and support, and we're going to get in there and clean it up. I'm sure many of you have seen the on-ramps and off-ramps here in our city, and it's been really, really difficult to try to get Caltrans to routinely clean these on-ramps. Not only that, but just in general, our freeways in general. I'm not sure what the problem is, but they just seem to have a big problem keeping up with that. And I think it's great that we're taking that on, working with all of these entities that I just mentioned, and I'm hoping that this turns out to be a very successful event. So this cleanup will be on Saturday, April the 6th from 8 to 11:30 a.m. And again, it's the on-ramp from East Washington Boulevard at the 710 freeway going north. And if you need any information, of course, our contact will be Lucia at 323-888-6200. And we need a minimum of 20 volunteers to be able to actually make sure that we have at least 20 volunteers. Otherwise, we can't move forward with this. So anybody that's interested that would like to join us for this cleanup, again, we want to contact Lucia. And that was at 323-888-6200. Thank you all, and that's all I have. for you.
Mayor, one correction.
Yes, sir.
So that April 6th, you will have the both on and off ramps being cleaned.
Oh,
Yeah. So they've
Okay.
they've agreed to that.
okay, they did. Good.
Yeah.
We didn't have that before, and I didn't know that. Okay, great, excellent. That was one of the questions that we
Right.
had. Thank you for getting that approved. I think it'll be great. It'll look much better once we're done with it. So thank you.
Oh,
All right. Having no other additional items on the agenda, we are now adjourned. Thank you, everybody. Yeah.